So welcome back. In the previous video, we modeled the individual components for the hydraulic cylinder. And then in this video here, we're going to create the final assembly. So if you have not watched the video, you have to go back and then watch how to model the individual components. And then you continue with this to create the final assembly and an explosion view. So create a new file. This time the workbench should be assembly. This will be the final assembly. Okay. So this is the assembly workbench. You can see under assemblies we have all these commands. So there is a pop-up here to add a component. You can close it, and we have this coordinate system here. This will be the absolute center. Any component you add will be fixated here. So you can add a component with this add command. When you come to this folder icon here, you can open the part. So this is the folder. If this is not a folder, you can navigate to any folder you have. Insert the first component. So click on the barrel. Okay. So as you can see, the barrel has been fixated here. You can click OK. And you want to fix the components here. So OK. You can see we have the fixed constraint here. The component is fixed. Then you are going to add every other component as well. So again, select the remaining components. Okay. So as you can see, they are here. Component anchor absolute, assembly location absolute displayed part. When you come to this specify orientation with the placement set to move, you can move them up or in any direction. Okay. First, you have to join the gasket to the piston. So come to assembly constraints. You're going to make the piston fixed here so it doesn't move. Again, assembly constraint, and then you align the gasket and the piston shaft here. We don't want any rotation, so instead of using infer, center, and axis, we're going to use the align or lock, so we can align and then lock without any rotation. So click on this center line here, and then I'll zoom, and then you have this center line here as well. And we can click on this gasket and move it here. Now I want to set a distance between this face and the gasket. So the distance constraints, this face and then the gasket. You can click on this arrow and pull them back here. You can have a right view. And this distance, double click on it and see, it says it to 2.68. I think that will be the center. Okay. And you want to right click, select from list, a fixed constraint, delete it. And then we want to fix the piston to this flange. So click on the flange, move it. The motion should be dynamic, and then you click on this point. You can rotate it by 180 degrees and then bring it here. Okay. So assembly constraint. This time infer center and axis. This shaft, the center line, and then this center line as well. Click on it and pull it inside like this. Now we want to touch this face and this face. And then again, infer center and axis. This axis of this shaft here, and then this axis of the hole here. Oh no, we can. Okay. So we are going to do it again. So infer center and axis, this center line, and then this center line. As you can see, we have been aligned. And then again, this center line here, and then this center line here, they have been aligned. We touch this face and this face. Apply. Then we move this screw. I see the screws enter here. So rotate it by 180 degrees and pull it here. Okay. Assembly constraints. Infer center and axis. Click on this axis and this axis here. Click on it and pull it here. Touch this face and this face. So as you can see here, the screw sits here. Okay. Then we need 3 other screws here. So we are just going to pattern instead of adding them individually. The smartest way is to pattern. So pattern component. Select component, this screw, a circular layout, and the axis of rotation. Click on this circular face. Okay. So as you can see, the screws have been positioned here for us. Now we are going to hide everything and then show only the solid bodies as well. Through shading, you can have different global materials for the appearance of the parts. And then finally, we are going to add the exploded view. So you have this exploded view command here. Create a new explosion. This is explosion 1, or you give it any name you want. Okay. And then you come to edit explosion again. Select object. So you're going to select the parts that you want to move and then leave one behind here. So select object. Bring this here. Come to the assembly navigator, and first we want to select the gasket. Hold the shift key, select the screw, the flange, and the piston. So you're going to leave behind the barrel. Now come to move object and move them here. Okay. Again, come to edit explosion, and then you select the ones you want to move. So you move the piston, the flange, and the screws here, and you leave behind the gasket. So again, move the screw, click on the screw, hold the shift key, click on the flange and the piston, move object, and then move them here. Okay. Again, edit explosion, This time you're going to move the screw, or the 4 screws, and then the flange as well. We leave behind the piston, move objects, and move them here. Okay. And then the last one, move the 4 screws and leave behind the flange. So move objects and then move them here. Okay. So this is the exploded view of the hydraulic cylinder. If you want to disable this exploded view, come to unexplode components and then click on other components. Okay. So this is what we have. So yeah, that's how to create the individual components of the hydraulic cylinder and then assemble them and create the exploded view. That's the end of this tutorial. I hope this video helped you out. This may look complex, but it is very simple. You can feel free to go back and then start again. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on post notification for more tutorials upcoming. And please share the video to your friends as well. I'll see you in the next one. Safe.